Day 6. Masonic rituals, or one jumped out of the cuckoo's nest.
Glad to see you're still alive.
Yeah, me too. Looking through you?
I bet you say that to all your patients.
So your test results came back. Have you ever been in the military or undergone any behavioral therapies?
No military and no therapy. Unless you count Berman.
Back around 2020, a controversial therapy was developed, initially to help victims of trauma. It was known as a trance inducer. Nanites were used to target specific memories, blocking brain signals, essentially erasing the traumatic memories. The military started to use it to treat post-traumatic stress, but then they and other government agencies discovered more off-label purposes.
And somehow it's ended up in my system.
Whoever injected you coupled it with a verbal cue, a trance key. It's a phrase spoken to trigger a response. To restore your memory, you need an antidote serum known as a trance interrupter, and then the trance key.
Well, I appreciate the info, Doc. Now, at least I know what I'm looking for.
That's the bad news. But if you get the serum and your key, your recall should be strong as ever.
Well, I'll try and remember that.
I have no idea what the trance key might be, of course, but it would likely be a short, fairly unique phrase. You'll need your trance key to restore your memory, and the only way you'll find it is to get it from the person who injected you with the trance inducer. I've checked around, and it's not stocked by any medical facilities. I've dealt with many cases of amnesia, but nothing exactly like this.
Before I return to Say San, I'll need a laser blade to cut Bowers free, the trance interrupter serum, and its trance key.
Mr. Murphy, please, tell me you have news about Mason.
He's being held at a place called Say San, which is some crazed cult where the lunatics are in charge. I'm not going to alert the police because they might dispose of Mason. I think I better handle this myself.
But why would you put yourself in so much danger?
Because someone's taken 7 years of my life from me and I want it back. If there's a way I can discover what happened and somehow restore my memories, I'll take that chance.
Well, I hope you do get that chance. My name is Thompson Bolt. I'll get back with you soon. Good luck, Mr. Murphy.
Article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history?
That's still closed?
Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open.
Hey, Tex, how you doing? No. No. Don't know about that.
Not again. You're gonna get me fired. Or worse. You think we got something that expensive here? And you know you gotta have a license to carry one, right? Look, I have one of my own. I'll give it to you. But only if you swear that it squares us up. I don't know if this has anything to do with this trance key you're talking about, but after that 48 Pangan flew off, I circled back. I took a quick look around and saw a fresh hypo on the ground along with a few cards. I grabbed them. If you want them, just don't tell the cops I gave them to you. Sorry.
So he gave me 2 items? Four of clubs.
These 4 of clubs cards were found scattered all over the alleyway by Zach after the abduction. I think Bauer's trance interrupter key may be the phrase 4 of clubs.
Laser blade.
This laser blade can help me free Mason Bowers from Cézanne.
What are these?
Well, these baseball cards may open the drawer in Mason Bowers' safe.
Mason Bowers safe?
Before I return to Cézanne, I'll need a laser blade to cut Bowers free.
I already have
The
that.
trance interrupter serum
I
is
already
trance
no.
key.
I have the trans
Man,
key.
it's a nightmare. I fly back to the beach house to see if the cards Mason had on him could be used here. When I arrive, there's a familiar face waiting at the door.
What is she wearing?
Looking for an update.
You found Mason. Is he okay?
Not physically, but mentally he's had a taste of his own medicine and it doesn't suit him.
Where is he?
It's a place called Cézanne, and I can't tell whether he's being held for his own protection or against his will.
So, what do we do now? If we don't know why he's there, we shouldn't get the police involved, right?
Yeah, these boys play for keeps. I'm afraid if we break in on him, Mason may disappear for good.
You said you don't think he knows who he is. What does that mean?
He's been shot up by something called the trance inducer. And if we don't get Mason's memory back, all 3 of us may be stuck at this dead end.
I'm so grateful you're doing this. I don't know who else I could turn to. I still care for Mason, but we haven't been close in a long time. You seem so tough and self-reliant.
Well, being a PI is a very rough business.
Isn't the rough business always more exciting? Maybe when Mason is back to his normal state and out of danger.
Look, I'm no hero. I'm doing this to get my memory back. But perhaps later we could talk about this.
Perhaps is so full of possibilities. Is there a more intriguing or tantalizing word?
Perhaps. But right now I've got to find something to help me get Mason out of Cézanne.
I'll leave you to it. Good luck, Tex. I've got to go. But you know how to get a hold of me if there's anything you need.
Don't get it? I just don't get it. These women, why are they interested in you?
Maybe you need to get your optical sensors checked.
Wow, between Ariel, Taylor, and the look Mojo is giving you, I'd say losing 7 years has done wonders for your charisma. Hey, have you considered wiping a few more? Oh, and that was a nice catsuit, by the way. Can we pick up one in my size? Ugh.
I don't remember. Oh.
This must be the trance interrupter medication. And there's only 1 dose.
Great.
Mason, how are you today? How's everything going here at the camp?
4 clubs. 4 clubs. 4 clubs, Mason. Come on, wake up. Come on, don't be deaf, dumb, and stupid. Please, Mason, wake up. So, that's it. Come on.
Tex, where are we?
We're in Cézanne, and we gotta move fast.
Is that the trans interrupter? What have you done?
Stuck it in you.
Brought you back from Zombieland. These guys wiped your memory.
No, they didn't. I did!
What? Why the hell would you do that?
Oh, God. Now they can find out everything I know. How could you do this?
Well, maybe because I want my memory back. Your friend said you're the only one who could help.
My friend?
Yeah, the one who came for the cryo chamber.
So he has it. The cryo chamber's safe?
Yes, he has it. So where do I get more serum? There was only one dose and you're safe. And what the hell's my trans key?
Margaret injected you. She's the only one who could have helped you.
Yeah, and she's dead. And I'm pretty sure her head was the main ingredient in that soup can of yours. Why'd you cut off her head?
I didn't. It was Maldonado. I don't think I could have done it.
Yeah, well, don't mince words. Because it was your idea.
Margaret double-crossed us. She came up with her own plan, but I think we stopped her before she could give it to the translator.
Well, you don't come across as totally insane.
She knew things, but she'd given up hope. However, some of us still believe. It wasn't fair of her to take those things to the grave. And I have the technology to tap what's inside her memories. Even after death.
Well, I stand corrected. You are insane.
You were in on it with us. We were all looking for the Tesla egg. But you're the one who found it in the wall of your apartment.
Why is he getting
Also
rid of
working on the
another bar?
inside, letting you all know what the translator was doing. By then, Margaret had stolen the egg and disappeared. I was afraid she switched sides, so I hired Maldonado to do surveillance on the Ritz, hoping she'd show up.
Yeah, and she did. She and that big mutant came by and injected me.
I caught up to her at the door of her apartment. All I wanted to do was talk, but she clutched her chest and collapsed. Dead before she hit the floor. Decapitation was the last resort.
So when does the abduction come in?
I called Maldonado just when the translator's henchmen arrived. Maldonado brought the cryo chamber while I created a diversion. While they were chasing me, he did the deed. Then I used the transinducer on myself. We'll rendezvous with my friend. We gotta find that egg before the translator does.
All right, but let's swing by and get your wife, too, because she's been worried sick about you.
My wife? I don't have a wife.
Very good, Tex. You continually impress.
The cryo chamber. It holds your answers. Don't let him find it.
Why doesn't he push him?
Welcome back, Tex. You certainly have a gift for making things interesting.
Yeah, it's a gift that just keeps on giving.
I assume you have no idea who we are.
Well, let me just save some time here. I have no memory of you or anything else since this bastard here shot me and my girlfriend 7 years ago.
Yes. Margaret made sure of that, didn't she? Willing to die just to keep you out of the equation, undermining me at every turn, right up until the end.
I need to know one thing. Did you kill Chelsea?
You could say that.
Don't move.
It's a long story, Tex. Maybe some other time.
Just tell me what happened to Chelsea.
Dalton, would you please answer Tex's question?
My pleasure. We'd stolen your speeder, of course. After I sedated you and Chelsea, you were taken to a place where we could search your memories for leads to Margaret Leonard's whereabouts. When that failed, I staged Chelsea's death, attempting to draw Leonard out of hiding. We left identifiable DNA inside your burned-out speeder.
Which, incidentally, was uninsured.
Leonard didn't fall for it, unfortunately. Eventually, we let Chelsea go, and I never saw her again.
This was all before I returned. I've never seen Chelsea.
I haven't seen her either, as far as you know.
And you are?
I am the translator.
Is translating your profession or a hobby?
It is my mission and my destiny.
Well, I guess that makes 1,000,002 questions that I have. Everything would be a lot easier if you just unlocked my memory.
I would if I could, Tex, believe me. Unfortunately, Margaret took your trance key to her grave.
What? I'm supposed to believe that I'm on your guys' side for whatever's going on here?
That's right. We're all in this together.
We're united in a common goal. It was a goal Margaret and I used to share many years ago. But she lost hope after I died.
You're Joe Hansen? Margaret Leonard's husband? The FBI agent who stole the Tesla cash?
I am. And I did. But when I learned what we'd taken from Tesla and buried in our vaults, what amazing technologies he had to offer the world, it became my dream to complete his work. But then I was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I had little time left, so we decided that I should be preserved in a cryogenic state, in hopes that a cure could be found someday.
But now you're here, alive again. So who's the one who brought you back?
Margaret refused. She said it wasn't safe yet. I tried to pressure her and she disappeared.
In the end, it was Mason who completed the reanimation.
What was it like?
Indescribable. I saw eternity. And I returned with a renewed sense of purpose. I finally saw the true vision of Tesla's work.
So if Mason brought you back, why did he turn against you?
Margaret can be very persuasive. I think she convinced Mason that my work was too risky. But she couldn't convince you, Tex.
I'm a little lost here. Why do you need me?
Margaret held one last piece of the puzzle. The Tesla egg. It is the nucleus of the atom. Without it, the spirit radio has little effect. But with it, the veil between living and dead will vanish. And we will all exist within the immortal coil. We have work to do. You're free to go, Tex.
These guys must be playing some kind of mind trick on me. This has got to be a setup of some kind.
Tex, buddy, I'm afraid I haven't been totally straight with you. But over the last 7 years, you have become a lying, womanizing, duplicitous, two-timing cutthroat who plays both sides against the middle for money, and is partners with the gentleman who just left the room. I thought you could just walk away from the person you'd become, but I see that fate may have something else in mind.
Day 7? This game just doesn't end. The Talking Dead. Or Lost in Translation.
After I returned from Say San, I called Alt to tell him Mason Bowers had taken a 40-foot leap. The guy was so broken up, he hung up the phone. I'm not sure if Bowers' death ended Alt's interest in this whole sorry mess, but my gut tells me I'll need his help if I'm ever going to solve this case. I decided to visit Saint Germain to find more information about the Tesla egg.
So, how goes the investigation? I don't suppose you have any news regarding that egg we talked about?
Well, everybody's talking about the Tesla egg, but I think I've got a lead on it.
Ah, the egg of Columbus, the copper egg. Unveiled by Tesla at the Chicago World's Fair in 1893, it was the very heart of a small prototype that, some say, would become his most notorious invention.
You seem underwhelmed, and that's not good.
You know the story of Tunguska?
Well, I do now.
If you believe, as many do, that the Tunguska explosion was caused by the Tesla death ray, and you believe that the Tesla egg is a core component of the death ray, well, then the egg would be of immense fortune. Tell me, what do you believe, Mr. Murphy?
I believe you know a lot more than you're telling me.
Are you familiar with Paradise Lost?
Isn't that one of those resorts for swingers?
Paradise Lost is a poem about the great divide in heaven when Lucifer was cast out. After his banishment, Lucifer swore revenge and created an army of his own. He and his followers waited in darkness for their chance to strike back at the god who cast them out. After a 3-day battle against the faithful angels, the forces of evil were banished from heaven for all eternity.
Hell, I like it when the good guys win.
Yes. But what if the war were not over? What if Lucifer had not been defeated but lay in wait, preparing for his chance to overthrow heaven?
Well, debating hypothetical fairy tales is a little nerdy for me.
Look at the world around you. Did heaven win the battle? Man has created hell on earth. And the longer man exists, the further he descends from the wisdom and discernment needed to overcome the darkness. At his core, he is a grasping, clawing, foolish creature, willing to commit any sin to appease his base and greedy nature.
I thought I was jaded. You really think we're as bad as all that?
There are still some who give me hope. You, I'm not sure about. Your role, whether for good or evil, has yet to be determined.
He's not so bad. Does he have the egg?
No, my dear. Entirely the wrong egg. An interesting trinket, to be sure, but not the egg I'm searching for.
Well, if it isn't Ariel Bowers. You know, I hope I pronounced that correctly because Bowers doesn't have a wife.
Great work, Detective. How long did that take to figure out?
Not long. After Bowers told me.
I have to confess, I haven't been totally honest with you on some things.
Just some?
I didn't know who you were when you first interrupted
Even
my
it
own
says
search
green
of
on her
Bowers'
hair.
case.
And what were you doing there?
I work for an organization you wouldn't have heard of. We're based out of St. Petersburg.
Florida.
Russia.
How about you?
I don't work for anyone. Just the greater good. And my own little passions, of course. Ariel and I have crossed paths on several occasions. This time we seem to have some objectives in common, so we pooled our resources.
Yeah, I'm well familiar with Ariel's resources. How common are your objectives and mine?
That depends. You the kind of man who lets innocent people die?
Not normally, no.
You've heard of the Tesla Legacy Society. At one time it had a membership of hundreds. After Charles Johansson died, the numbers dwindled. Some time ago, all those people vanished without a trace. I'd hoped to find some answers from Bowers.
Oh, I got news for you. He's not dead. He's back.
He's the translator, I presume.
The one building the immortal coil. You say you like it when the good guys win? You plan on doing anything about that?
Oh, sure. Leave it to me, as always. What are you two gonna do about it?
This is not my battle to fight.
He knows me. I won't be able to get close to him like you can.
You shall have to find the Tesla egg first. Of course.
Great. I didn't even think of that. Well, if you don't have any more helpful tips...
Until we meet again, Mr. Murphy. And something tells me we will.
Until next time. Kiss for luck. You'll need it.
Now I remember Ariel. I met her in Mexico City 10 years ago, and we had a pretty torrid weekend. But she left me holding the bag with some very angry city officials. She's ruthless and cunning, but man, she does have her charms. She arranges for me to meet her at the resort.
Don't be mad at me, Tex. Saint Germain doesn't know about us, and I had to keep it that way.
Now why in the world would I be mad at you, Miss... whatever your name is?
What happened with us? I like you, Tex. I might like you a lot. But that was just a moment.
Well, if it was just a moment, why are you here now?
I wanted to be with you, and I knew we could help each other. But I also had to find out where your loyalties were.
Really? Well, what about me? When do I find out about you and where your loyalties lie?
My name is Ariel. You couldn't pronounce my last name or the organization I work for, but in English it's called the White Guard. I have more to tell you, but can that be enough for now?
So you're sure I couldn't pronounce that Russian name? I'm pretty good at pronunciation.
Right now, I'd just like to make up for earlier today. I have some food being delivered and some wine chilling. It's up to you, Tex. The only thing I'll promise is that I'm all yours tonight. Do you want me to stay?
Perhaps.
There's that word again. I'll be right back.
No. No changing.
Okay. I need to get this out before you say anything. I get it. You don't know me anymore. But I know you, and I'm not just going to give up on what we had. It may not have been much, but I wanted it to be much, and I'm here just to see if you'll give us one more chance, please. Please.
Break up with a touch of sleeves.
You know, maybe you're right. Maybe I should give this another shot. I mean, at least you've always been honest with me. Look, I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. Could we maybe talk about this later?
I'm ready to eat. I'm famished. And who's this?
Deny Taylor?
This is Taylor. We're getting back together.
Who was that?
Who knows? She said she was Mason Bauer's wife, but she wasn't.
Interesting outfit.
I think she may have been trying to seduce me.
And why did she slap you?
Well, obviously, she didn't succeed.
I'm glad. So what do you want to do now?
Well, we have food coming and wine chilling.
Oh, I've got a lot of catching up to do. Sounds like a perfect way to start.
Taylor's something special, and I don't want to lose her. There's a magic she has. She's so accepting, and she puts me at ease. I used to believe Chelsea was the perfect one for me, but time and circumstances change, even if you don't want them to. As hard as you try, you can't go home again. Me and Taylor head back to my office on Chandler, where she insists on being brought up to speed on the case. That's good.
It's horrible what happened to Mason. And this is gonna sound terrible, but now he's gone, how are we ever gonna get your memory back?
Well, something tells me my memory may end up being the least of our worries here.
So if I've got this right, Dalton got Mason to thaw out Johansson, who came back after 30 years with a few screws loose, calling himself the translator. And now he's building something called the Immortal Coil, which requires the spirit radio and the Tesla's egg, whatever that is. Do you really believe all that stuff about the radio and being able to contact this woman?
I don't know. You told me yesterday that Charles Johansson could come back from the dead. I wouldn't have believed that either, except I saw him with my own eyes. This is worth a try. I just need to find out what Margaret did with the egg.
Maybe you can pick her brain. Sorry, that's mean.
Who knows? Maybe that's why they cut off her head. I mean, Maldonado and Bowers both died protecting it, keeping it away from the translator, so maybe there's a way to tap into Margaret's memories directly from her brain. I don't know how else her head would have anything to do with the spirit radio or the immortal coil.
Well, Cowboy, before you get too crazy, you might want to follow up on a lead I found for you. Called in some favors, and found information on a property listed outside the city in Margaret Leonard's name. I thought we could go check it out. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Well, in order for me to get lucky, nothing unlucky has to happen to you, so I'm going by myself.
God, I love your tough guy shtick. You may just get lucky before, during, and after.
So who is Margaret Leonard, really? Is she a modern Dr. Mengele experimenting on damaged human beings for her own gratification? And why is she the critical key to my world over the last 7 years? My head's still spinning when I spot the location 200 feet below me.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Of course, I've always got a bad feeling about this. Could you just go ahead and place me in a hard case?
A hard case? Isn't this case hard enough?
It's a plank. Which one's the fourth wall? Because I don't want to break it. Yeah, it's an Ultra Pro 900 lock. I'll need to find the key before I can open this, and it's probably in the house. That man over there could be man. Looks like I'll need 5 planks, a hammer, and some nails if I'm going to repair this ladder. Nice.
That's 2.
Someone's
3.
walking now. I could use that.
Three.
Water surrounding the house is extremely toxic. Avoid stepping in it.
Whoa.
Whoa. There was someone or something on the other side of this stream. I wonder if it's Mantis. Be careful. This'll come in handy.
4.
That might come in handy.
5. I don't have nails.
Which one's the fourth wall? Because I don't want to break it. Yeah, I've never really been interested in yard work.
I don't have a hammer either.
Guess I better not be too creative, because it looks like I'll need 5 planks, a hammer, and some nails if I'm going to repair this ladder.
Why does this have to be so heavy?
Well, I don't have nails.
Ding, 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 ding! We have a winner!
That was a waste of time.
Man, that motorcycle is so loud.
You know, I've always thought that wood is a key ingredient to starting any fire. Looks like the shed Grandpa Murphy used to keep his moonshine business in. Yeah, I've never really been interested in yard work. Wood is good, especially for building fires. Which one's the fourth wall? Because I don't want to break it. Better steer clear of the waters. God knows what could be lurking in that. Bucket of nails is always helpful when you want to fix something.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
Wow, these a-holes finally left.
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Cinnamon Twist. Now, I fixed it, and it appears to be some sort of ladder.
I need to sneeze. The hell is that sound? Guy came running this way. Where'd he go?
Pot? Yeah, looks ceramic. It's a card reader. I'll need to find the card before I can get inside.
Why does this thing have a card reader?
Milk drinkers? This card could be used to get in the front door.
Middle of nowhere, man. Ooh. Oh, it's that dude.
Who are you?
I'm a Morlock hunter. Hunter, let's go get those bastards.
Liar! Liar!
You know, you seem like you could use a great big hug.
Ah! Friend! Slave! Killer!
Slade? Are you talking Big Jim Slade?
Get it out of my head!
So, maybe some medication for you?
Help me! Slave! Die! Die!
Kids. They never shut the door when they go out to play. That must be Mantis, and my guess is Margaret Leonard left some medication to control his affliction somewhere in the swamp house.
He's this guy.
It's a picture of someone named Mantis. Ah, the XBR 1000 greenhouse light. This sure grows plants fast, but the FDA banned them because of excess radiation. It's a big sack of seeds. Looks like there could be something hiding underneath this dirt. Palm trees are a nice touch. Yep, garden shears are perfect for trimming grass, bushes, or stubborn branches. I wonder if there's a way to get these valerian flowers to grow quickly.
Can I use them on this?
Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do. Ah, the XBR 1000 greenhouse light. This sure grows plants fast, but the FDA banned them because of excess radiation. Good for gardening. I never cared for pliers. Got lots of bad dental memories. Like an Ike hammer. Sucker's game.
Okay.
Got it.
What was that? Pretty sure that was a Mike and Ike thing, but he didn't even say what it was called.
Time. This thing hasn't even moved. Hey, this is a fake. Hey, this is a fake.
Well, I won't be able to use this fireplace. It's got a vent cover. I'll bet this would have been worth a lot of money on Antiques Roadshow if they hadn't refinished it in white. I'll bet this would have been worth a lot of money on Antiques Roadshow if they hadn't refinished it in white. I doubt Margaret even read all these books.
Books.
I bet this could increase my defense by +5.
Books.
Wait.
I bet this could increase my defense by +5. Looks like I'll need some firewood.
Do I still have it? I don't.
Matches.
Where'd he put it? This is a bird. Oh, never mind. It's a piece of meat? A lizard? A meaty lizard. Okay. Wait. No, something goes behind that. Oh. A cow? What goes there? Is this goes down here? Yeah. So I need white. This. Uh-huh. This. this needs to go up there. Yeah, but this one needs to be in front of this one. There we go. Like that. Yeah, this goes up here. This goes down there. This goes here. Wait. This goes here, so this needs to go here. What is this? Oh my gosh, really? This needs to be on this side? Bull crap. Bull crap. Okay. So then that means these. Oh my gosh. Okay. This needs to be down here. Yeah, this one needs to be... There we go.
Matches.
Nothing happened. Wait. 7. Wait. 3, 7, 6. That also could be an 8. Three, 7, 6. 1, 2.
The cabinet lock is broken, so I'll need to find another way to open it.
It's the third one.
I doubt Margaret even read all these books. It's a safe lock, and I'll need a key to open it. Books. I doubt Margaret even read all these books. What's a pot? I doubt Margaret even read all these books.
I guess luck counts for something.
That wasn't luck, dude. I knew what I was doing.
You know, I love secret doors, and something in this room must trigger it open.
Yeah, the 376.
Someone could trip over this.
It's these things that activate it. I don't know what these mean. But there's an arrow. But that wouldn't make sense because it would have to be 3, 6. No. 3, 6, 9, 12. I want to see if I can. And I use the pot on this.
That accomplished nothing.
Nope.
And that is one big jackalope.
Don't have any matches.
I can't use this fireplace. It's been bricked. Ashtray. Yummy. Oh, I love sticky notes, and I just used my last one. Wait. Something's written on this one.
No.
This key belongs to an Ultra Pro 900 lock.
Ultra Pro 900 lock? Is this an Ultra Pro?
It's a safe lock, and I'll need a key to... I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't think this one goes to the one outside.
It's an Ultra Pro 900 lock.
Okay. Can I pick it up?
Yep, it's an old shed, all right. Well, that rake must be compensating for something.
I know what you're thinking, and that's not a good idea.
Oh, it's C4 chewing gum. This stuff packs quite a wallop, but it is grape. I love grape flavor. On second thought, I better find another use for this.
I think my head blew off.
Rook uses one of those to chase the neighborhood kids off. Now, all I need is a torch to go along with that, and we will storm the castle! Well, that rake must be compensating for something. Is this? It is. I love barrels. Well, that fertilizer, that looks as good as it smells. There's a VidPhone message code on here. I could use this on a VidPhone to retrieve messages. Rusty's C4 exploding gum is the ultimate party gag. However, it does have the side effect of possible decapitation.
Wow.
That's real moonshine. With a high enough alcohol content to make you go blind for 3 days. Margaret must have been a girl who could hold her liquor.
Pretty sure there's a vid phone in her room.
You know, I love secret doors. There's something in this room. Man, I don't even know what I don't know what I was thinking. I hope this isn't diseased. Whoa, that's one old vid phone. It's got a message on it, but...
First message. Margaret, we followed your instructions and combined the valerian flower petals with alcohol in a vial, placed it in the chemical mixer, then administered the serum to the subjects via syringe. However, this only momentarily suppressed rage in the Morlocks. There needs to be a more permanent solution. There are no more messages. First message. Margaret. First.
I hope this isn't disease.
Okay, so then I do this.
This is just wrong.
First message. Margaret, we...
Okay, I need the
diseased.
petals.
Oh, someone's writing their letter to Santa early this year. Someone's writing the... Another table. Whoops. Yeah, talking to myself again. Candles always put me in the mood. For what? I don't know. The Mike and Ike Hammer Candy comic. That's why I always insist on guests using coasters.
Something's gonna come out and scare me.
50 Shades of Clay.
Oh, okay. I don't have a shovel.
This is the only tool my dentist used. Good for gardening. You know, I'm no geologist, but I think that's a rock. Ah, the XBR 1000 greenhouse light. It sure grows plants fast, but the FDA banned them because of excess radiation. Maybe try something else.
Wait.
Palm trees were a nice touch.
No.
Guess I better not be too creative, because it won't work.
I need valerian petals.
You know, I'm no geologist, but I think that's a rock.
What kind of plant is this?
I'll need to shine a powerful light on this plant to make it grow faster.
I can't grab this.
Ah, the XBR. That's not right. That was a waste of time. Books? Do people still read these? Books help me become more learned. That footrest is so fancy, I wouldn't dare place my feet on it. And that is one big jackalope. The cabinet lock is broken, so I'll need to find another way to open it. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, that was stupid.
I don't get it. This is 376.
You know, I love secret doors, and something in this room must trigger it open. I doubt Margaret even read all these books.
I don't know what this thing means.
It's a safe lock, and I'll need a key to open it. Hey, these carpets don't match these drapes.
I don't even see any drapes. Is he talking about these things?
My taste, but to each their own. I hope this isn't diseased. Another table. Oops. Yeah, talking to myself again. I hope this isn't diseased. Canopy beds always make you... Hey, these carpets don't match these drapes. Well, I know tongs are great for pulling my chestnuts out of the fire.
Oh, can I use the C4 on the chimney? I don't think I can.
I need matches. Well, that won't work. I need matches.
I don't have any fire.
Well, that won't work.
Can't open
You
this.
know, I love secret doors, and something in this room must trigger it open.
I
The
can't
cabinet
open
lock is
this.
broken, so I'll need to find another way to open it.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
Books. Well, I doubt Margaret even read all these books. Well, another matchbook to add to my collection. Very handy when you're venturing into public bathrooms. It's a broken syringe.
I can tell.
I'll bet this would have been worth a lot of money on Antiques Roadshow if they hadn't refinished it in white.
Oh, white. Oh, is that a booty? Nope, not a booty.
Maybe try some... Oh, nice fire. Maybe try something else. Great for grabbing things from hot places. Perfect for hot chocolate.
Great for grabbing things from hot places.
Maybe try something else.
So I'm supposed to put something on the fire and then use the tongs.
This is the only tool my dentist uses.
Gardener shears.
Good for gardening.
Pliers. C4 chewing gum. Tiny sprout. I need a powerful light to make it grow faster. .376. Broken syringe, but I don't really...
Yeah, there's more to this world than meets the eye.
think that has anything to do with anything.
Hey, this is a fake. Hey, this is... Guess I better not be too creative, because it won't work. I'm glad that ceramic pot has finally been legalized. Nice place she's got here. Creepy, but nice. Ah, it's open to the centerfold. Books? Do people still read these? hope this isn't diseased.
How to find the one that prays. How to retrieve the screwdriver. How to create medicine for Mantis. How to find the security guard. How to open the locked cabinet in the library. How to open the trap door in the library. How to retrieve the screwdriver? There's a lot of puzzles that I don't know how to figure out.
I doubt Margaret even read all these books. It's a safe lock, and I'll need a key to open it. That's not right. Wow, an astrolabe. These usually come in sets of 3 and somehow are all tied together.
Somehow are all tied together.
Wow, an astrolabe. These usually come in sets of 3 and somehow are all tied together.
Yeah, it's that 376 thing right here. 3. That might be an 8. I don't think so though. 7, 6. And an
The
astrolabe.
cabinet lock is broken, so I'll need to find another way to open it.
Okay, so it points in 4 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Something big just moved, and there's smoke coming out from behind the panel. I need to unscrew that cog from the wall before I can repair it.
Oh, okay. So they all had to point at the trap. Oh, okay, okay. So I can't dock, so...
I need to unscrew that cog from the wall before I can repair it. I need to unscrew that cog from the wall before I can repair it. Nothing special. I need to unscrew that cog from the wall before I can repair it.
Well, I need a screwdriver. There is how to retrieve the screwdriver.
It's a broken syringe.
The screwdriver, so it can be anywhere.
Nice chest. Yep, It's an old shed, all right. Well, that rake must be compensating for something.
Look at the screwdriver on the lily pad in the swamp water.
Better steer clear of the waters. God knows what could be lurking in that.
Why would there be a screwdriver on?
Sign says the water's toxic, but how dangerous could it be?
Gator's gonna...
Has there ever been a bigger idiot than you?
That's a long-ass screwdriver, man.
Sign says the water's toxic, but how dangerous could it be?
Why would he touch the...
Has there ever been a bigger
Why would he
idiot
touch
than
the
you?
water? Just grab the damn lily pad.
Guess I better not be too creative, because it won't... Guess I better not be too creative, because it won't work. Better steer clear of the waters. God knows what could be lurking in that. Better steer clear of the waters. God knows what could be lurking in that. Sign says the water's toxic, but how dangerous could it be?
Has there ever been a bigger idiot than you?
Open the closet door in the upstairs bedroom. Closet door?
Not to my taste, but to each their own.
Oh my god.
Crap alarm. I've always wanted one of these. They're good for reaching items just out of my grasp or in a dangerous... Very organized. I'm impressed.
Didn't even see that.
Looks like the panel on the wall controls the secret panel on the floor. Unfortunately, the cog's broken. I'll need to repair it before I can continue down.
Stop. Just stop.
I'll need to reshape this metal cog.
Reshape the metal cog?
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, okay. Wants me to put it in here.
In this state, the cog is quite malleable. I don't know what I was thinking. That's not right. In this state, the cog is quite malleable. I'll need to find some tools to shape it.
I'll need to find some tools to shape it?
try something else. Maybe try something else. Guess I better not be too creative, because it... I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know why he doesn't just duck. Oops. Retrieve the screwdriver. Use firewood. Use matches. Combine tongs. Place broken cog. Open locked cabinet in library. Place broken cog in the tongs and fire to create malleable cog. Open locked cabinet in the library.
The cabinet lock is broken, so I'll need to find another way to open it. The cabinet lock is broken, so I'll need to find another way to open it. Books, books, more books. Maybe that was a little overkill, but...
I think so,
I'm
yeah.
sure Thor's big hand... Maybe that was a little overkill, but was effective. The cog's fixed and ready to be put back.
I don't know how they expect anyone to figure that one out. Like, I would never use C4 on that. Green. Okay, so they want everything to be all the way up top. No, because the next one's gonna push it up. So this one, oh my gosh, I need to write this down. So one does 1 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 does 1 and 4. 3 is 3 and 5. 4 is 3, 4, and 5. 5 is 1 is 2 and 5. One 5, 1 4, 3 3 and 2. Is there anything that does 3 and 4 and 5? No, because this one does 3, 4, and 5. Oh, I need 3 and 4. I need something in 4. I need 2. Okay. So this one does 3, 4, and 5, but I can't do that one right now. Nah. 1 and 4 I can do, but then that means I still need 3, 2, and 3. Nothing does 2 and 3. These both do 5. Three, 4, and 5. I need 3. I need 3 down. Let's see, 3 screws itself. Five needs to go down. I need 1 and 3. No, 2 and 3. 2 and 3. This does 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 3 and 4. Nothing does 3 and 4. I need 4 down. 1, 2, and 3. Two. Yeah, I can do this. But I need 3 down. The only way to bring 3 down is by pressing 3, but now it brings up 5. See, I can do 1 and 5. That still leaves 1, 2, and 3 again. This does 2 and 5. This one does 3, 4, and 5. Four needs to go down. I get 2 down? 2 goes down by pressing 5. 3, 4, and 5. How do I bring... That's 3 and 5. 1 and 5. 1 and 4. 3, 4, and 5. But now I need 2. The only way to break down 2 is by pressing 5. And now I'm screwed because I need 3 and 4. Nothing brings down 3 and 4. This one brings down 3 and 5. But that still leaves 4. So I press this one down, it does 3, 4, and 5. Three, 4, and 5. This does 1 and 5. Wait. 3, 4, and 5. I think I have it here. I just need to figure out how to press them down. This is 2 and 5. So if I press this down, it does 2 and 5. And I press this, it'll activate all 3. Does 1 and 5. This does 1 and 4. This does 3 and 5. I would need to figure out how to get this. This does 1 and 4. Oh my gosh, I know what I need to do, I just can't figure it out. This does 2 and 5. See, I can press this and activate all 3, but I'm still missing 2. The only way to activate 2 is by pressing this. Everything has 5 in it, except for 1. What does this mean? It means 2 needs to be up, which means I can't touch 5 anymore. That's the only way to activate 2. Okay, so if we eliminate 5, that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the one we can't touch is the last one. 4. What does this mean? If I press this, it'll activate these 2. It's 2, no, yeah, it's 2 and 2. So I have 2 switches that does 3, 2 switches that does 4, and 3 switches that do 5, and 2 switches that do 1. What does this mean? So that's 1, 5. I do this, does 1 and 5. This does 1 and 4. This does 1 and 4. This does 3 and 5. This one does all 3. This does 1 and 5. This does 3 and 5. Does 1 and 4. One and 5, 1 and 4. Three and 5. Three, 4, and 5. 1 and 4. I can't touch 5 anymore. The only time I can touch 5 is if I set everything back up. Oh my gosh. See, I can press this and activate all 3, but that still leaves me with 1. The only way I can activate 1 is by pressing 1 and 2. Oh. Oh my gosh.
That Morlock hologram kills anyone who gets too close to the door. You need to find a way to short-circuit him.
Warning, power failure system
It's a
off.
card reader, and I'll need the electricity to be on for it to work. This cellar door has a card reader on the side. This cellar door has a card reader on the... This drain perfectly symbolizes my life.
I need a card reader.
There's water gushing through the pipe. That's not right. Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do. This cellar door has a card reader on the side. This cellar door has a card reader on the side.
Solve library slider picture puzzle. I did that already. In upper level library, move picture on wall to reveal save. To reveal save.
Books? Do people... I doubt Margaret even read all... I doubt Margaret even read all these books.
Where's the save? In entryway, open cabinet to reveal pliers, pick up pliers. In lower level library, move cushion on chair to reveal zipper. Oh.
It's a safe key.
Oh, so this activated the safe up there then. It's the second time I didn't check the chairs, man.
The picture looks similar to the one downstairs.
376.
Except the one downstairs had 3 numbers on it. Security card.
Huh?
Yeah, Margaret made sure this place was soundproof. The glass is shattered.
I've assembled the spirit radio. Tonight will be my first attempt to contact my husband. The radio is working. I hear voices that are incoherent, eerie, and tantalizing.
Like a ghost?
There must be some way to amplify the power. My last attempt was a near disaster, similar to what happened to Tesla back in 1899. The frequency caused a vibration that increased until I thought the house would split in two. I had to smash the radio. Now I have to start all over. I don't want to get my hopes too high, but I believe I've made contact. I brought the radio into the lab, and I swear that being close to Charles's cryo chamber has intensified the signal. I'm sure it's his voice, but I can't understand what he's saying. I've recorded hours of the voice and had experts analyze the audio from every angle. We've deciphered 3 words: void, return, immortal. I've reached an impasse. I wonder if the Tesla egg, could it amplify the radio's power? It's been weeks since I've heard Charles's voice on the spirit radio. I wonder if the Gideon parasites have moved ahead without me and brought him back to life. It's been years since I made an entry in this video journal. Charles is dead and lost to me forever, and I will die soon. The translator lives, and one way or another, whoever sees this, Mantis, Mason, it's up to you to stop the translator.
Stopping the translator isn't going to be easy, and the Tesla egg and spirit radio seem to be the keys. Somehow the information Margaret Leonard took to the grave needs to be uncovered. Is that even possible? I have an eerie feeling it is. There's blood all over the floor. It doesn't look fresh. It's troubling. That's the Interocitor IQ measurement system.
It's a bike helmet.
Try this baby out and see what a genius I am.
Don't Tex. You may not like what you find. Dr. Zaius was
Idiot
right.
savant.
A man like you was inferior to the simian in every way.
I'm an idiot savant. Great at one thing, incompetent at everything else. Idiot, profound disability. Imbecile, severe disability. Moron, moderate disability. Borderline deficiency, mild disability. Dull, dull normal, average normal, high average. Exceptional, genius. A human plus 2 stabbers equals peace.
There's more books in here than in my county library. Cursed government spending cuts. It's my apartment from my old UI of U days. Looks like something unethical happened in here. Looks like something unethical happened in here. This machine monitors electrical activity in your heart. It's a chemical mixer for creating medicine. I'll need to place a vial filled with alcohol and valerian flowers in here to create medicine for Mantis.
All of that to get in here, and I don't even have tools to do anything with?
Looks like something unethical happened in here. That's the Interocitor IQ measurement system. I should try this baby out and see what a genius I am.
Don't Tex. You may not like what you find.
Looks like something unethical happened in here. The glass is shattered. Was something trying to get in or out? It's my apartment from my old UI of U days. There's more books in here than in my county library. Cursed government spending cuts.
I know how to create it. I finally saw a movie I've been meaning to watch for a long time. Demolition Man? I know how to make it. Navigate upstairs, open drawer on nightstand to reveal vial. Open top drawer on nightstand. Open nightstand. Is this a nightstand? Here we go.
It's an empty vial.
Star Wars Episode 8. I already saw Demolition Man. Remember we talked about it? I know. Aren't you a Star Wars fan? Like, what made you want to watch it now?
Stop. Just stop. This is just wrong.
I need to use the plant on a intense light. Use sticky note on vid phone in bedroom. In upper level library, pick up. In upper level library, pick up fertile soil. Fertile soil. I'm surprised it took you this long to watch it, man.
Well, I doubt Margaret even read all these books.
He forgot it. Oh, okay. How long has episode 8 been released for? I haven't seen any of them. Fertile soil? What am I missing?
Books, books, more books, books, more books.
Or 2, because I think the Solo movie was the last one released. Was it worth watching?
Books, more books.
Like, did you miss anything? I don't think... Like, that's the library. This is the only upper section up here.
That's why I always insist on guests using coasters.
Hello there, Pellet Clips. Pel Eclipse. Not really, it just confused me. Oh, I'm sorry. In upper level library, pick up fertile soil. In conservatory, pick up garden shears and valerian flower seed packets. Combine valerian flower seed packets and fertile soil to create tiny sprout. Oh, I guess I did that already. In conservatory, turn on light switch and place tiny sprout underneath light to create giant plant. In conservatory. Is the conservatory down here? Is this the conservatory? Where? Oh. There we go. Yeah, I always thought every Star Wars movie was confusing. I'm
There's
assuming
something you don't typically see in a
I'm
residential
assuming
home.
Star Wars is a movie where you need to
Hey, it worked!
watch several times to understand what the hell's happening.
Hey, it worked!
Well, hell, that ought to do it. This medicine should control Manus's pain.
Are you gonna watch it anytime soon again?
I waited near the front door, ready for him to show up, but not as ready as I should have been.
Sorry. I can't control it.
Well, I hadn't even noticed because you hide it so well. You're the one that prays, aren't you?
Yes. I am Mantis.
Praying Mantis? Oh, I am losing my touch. Any PI with his salt would have figured that one out.
That was Margaret's call. So she did send you. It just seems strange she took such a risk coming to see you. So she could give you the injection.
How do you know about that?
Because I was there. And she wanted you to forget everything you had done.
Yeah, well, she pretty much accomplished that.
Yeah. And here you are. Seems kind of strange.
Strange? You know what I find strange? I saw a video of Margaret torturing you.
She wasn't torturing me. She had been helping me for a very long time.
But you're a Morlock. She made you this way.
You can't blame her. I chose this path. I volunteered to take one of the greatest technological leaps of all time. Cryo-technology. I was one of the founding members of the Tesla Legacy Society. Along with others, I allowed myself to die and be brought back. We dreamed of waking to a world reborn. We found ourselves worse off than before. And worst of all, we no longer were the people we had been. The cryosleep had unforeseen complications.
Well, at least cryogenics is now partially covered under major medical.
Only a few of us escaped the physical deformities from the freeze. Worst is what it did to our minds. Drove us to madness.
So how come the Tesla Society hasn't taken care of you guys? Certainly the burden shouldn't just fall on Margaret.
The Tesla Legacy Society and its creations are no more.
So what happened? I mean, I know a little of your history since Charles Johansson joined you.
Johansson. I believed in him once. He was our martyr. We carried his work to the foot of his holy cryo chamber. We knew that one day he would return to take us to this glorious future.
And he did return.
Yeah, he was now the translator. He was delusional only as the greatest zealots are. He believed he knew the will of Tesla. He was going to create a gateway, a celestial conduit between heaven and earth. He called it the Immortal Coil.
Gotcha.
He was determined to build it at any cost. And in the end, we banished him from the society. But he didn't stay banished. Months later, he returned with a small group of men, led by the one known as Slade. They attacked the facility, sparing no one. I saw Slade himself put a gun to my wife's head while she begged for her life. He pulled the trigger. was over, they removed every trace of the Tesla Legacy Society. Its files, its equipment. There was only one thing left behind.
And that was?
A key bit of information. The spirit radio frequencies. They were stored in the clouds that Charles never knew about.
And these were important.
It may be the only way to stop Charles from activating the immortal coil.
And that would be bad?
It's very bad. As a splitting the planet in two bad. I'll tell you where to find the egg. But I need you to find those frequencies first.
Before I head off to the Tesla Legacy Society, I get a call from Thompson Ald inviting me over to his house. Sounds like he's ready to talk.
Any luck locating the spirit radio?
I've got some leads, but it all seems to tie to something called the Immortal Coil.
I found something you might find interesting. They did some experiments with interfacing brain circuitry. You might have been one of the first test subjects.
I'm sorry.
Memories are simply electronic impulses. And we are the sum of our memories. Now, on a cellular level, you're a completely different person than you were 7 years ago. But your essence is exactly the same as it was that night with Chelsea outside of the Golden Pagoda.
How do you know about Chelsea?
Well, first, and you may already know this, Chelsea is Margaret Leonard's daughter. Now, Margaret had lost her husband, and she was overwhelmed. So she put Chelsea in the care of a mutant family, the Bandos, and then tried to forget that she'd ever had a child.
That's pretty cold.
Well, it was a decision that she's regretted for decades. Years later, when she found Chelsea living at the Ritz, she rented a room so she could be close, but never revealed her true identity.
Yeah, and that's why we got abducted.
Now, Margaret was being funded by Gideon Enterprises, and an opportunistic manager named Dalton Fisk found out that Margaret's husband had stolen some very important documents.
The Tesla cache.
Dalton tried to force Margaret into reanimating Charles, but she refused and then disappeared. But then Dalton discovered that she had a daughter, and he came after her. Now, this much I can tell you. She's alive and well, and living a new life. But I hope you'll understand that even if I could tell you more, I wouldn't.
Margaret was so frightened for Chelsea she gave her away. If I have to, I will too, because I never want to put Chelsea's life in danger.
I'm glad that you see it that way. It's really for the best. And now you have your own new life to lead. Which reminds me, I meant to get you the canister.
Yeah, except I can't remember my new life.
Well, maybe that's not such a bad thing.
I bet he's gonna get shot.
If you decide to use the spirit radio to try to get answers, you'll need help. Wait here.
This is where I come in. How about we go get that cryo chamber with old Maggie's head in it?
We can't let him have it.
Hold on, partner there. No need to get violent or anything. Let's just see if we can work this out, okay?
Oh, up there, is it?
I told you he was gonna get shot.
You're hurt pretty bad. We've got to get you to the hospital. No, you have to stop him. If they get inside her head, it will undo everything that Mason was fighting for.
Look, I know what they're after, and I think I can beat them to it. It's the Tesla egg, so let's just get you out of here.
Go! Go!
You're coming with me.
All of a sudden he can stand up.
I couldn't shake the look of fear I saw in Alt's eyes as he was lying in a pool of his own blood. Slade had blown a hole through the little man without even a second thought. Could I really have been partners with someone like that? Maybe I did change over the last 7 years, but if I did, it has to be possible to change back. I need a weapon I can use against these psychopaths. I knew my only hope was somewhere at the Tesla Institute. Slade's trumped me at every corner, but the ace may be at Tesla.